What we shall do today collectively is draw on this powerful message that the parable of light delivers to us. Now here, as I mentioned even in the master class, you can interpret the parable of light from your religious point of view. You can also interpret it from a scientific point of view, or you can even do it from a universal point of view. So it's not engaged or connected to any one faith or school of thought. But this parable actually is universal to all humanity. Now, when we are talking about light here, we're talking about light of the highest nature, which is known by different names. In English, we say it's light. Arabic, it's nur. In Hindi, it's roshni, which is not ordinary light. In Sanskrit, it's jyoti, which is the light of the Creator. Spanish, it's luz, lumière in French. So when we're talking about light here, we're talking about light of the highest nature. So now I'll share with you the parable of light. So that's how you want to think about the word light. And the parable of the light of our source, our Creator, is as if there is a niche. In the niche, a lamp. The lamp covered with glass. The glass shines like a brilliant star, lit by the oil of the sacred tree, neither of the east nor of the west. This oil is well nigh luminous, even though fire has scarcely touched it. Light upon light does the Creator guide unto His light those whom He chooses. I will repeat it one more time, and I will just share with you a very brief interpretation that, after 18 years of meditating and on this particular parable, I was granted that interpretation that made sense to my logic. So I'll just cover it in a couple of minutes. So here we're talking about the parable of the light of the Creator is as if there is a niche. In the niche, there is a lamp. The lamp covered with glass. The glass shines like a brilliant star, lit by the oil of the sacred tree, neither of the east nor of the west. This oil is luminous, even though fire has scarcely touched it. Light upon light does the Creator guide us unto His light those whom He chooses. Now, when I was granted my understanding, which came to me when I was not thinking about it, I recognized that, the niche is actually in the center of our forehead. If you feel this hollow, that's the niche. In the niche, a lamp. And this niche is where I am connected to my source. This is the spiritual umbilical cord where life energy flows through me. So in the niche, a lamp. The lamp means it giving off light. The lamp covered with glass, and glass is a material of the earth, silica. And therefore, it's reinforcing the fact that if I am seeking for the light, I am in the right place during my material life in this world. The glass shines like a brilliant star. So the light that is emanated from this lamp is like a brilliant star. As I grow in light by gaining more knowledge and experience, my soul emanates that light and it gets brighter and brighter until one day it is so bright that you cannot tell it apart from its source. And that is the completion of the journey. So the glass shines like a brilliant star. Now remember, it is the glass that shines, but there is a flame, that true light that is behind the glass that we don't see. And when we go into linkage and we're going into seeking that oneness with our Creator, we're seeking that flame. So it's not just the glass, we're seeking to go much deeper. And then it says, lit by the oil of the sacred tree, and I recognize that the sacred tree is my circulation system. Because my circulation system is the shape of a tree, neither of the east nor of the west, because it's perfectly balanced. The smallest veinlet on one side has a corresponding veinlet on the other. It is perfectly balanced. Therefore, it's neither of the east nor of the west. And the olive, of course, the shape of my heart, is also the shape of an olive, the shape of the earth, shape of an olive. And then it says that this oil is luminous even though fire has scarcely touched it, because this light is not connected with the light of a flame that comes from fire or a fuel. But this is a luminous fluid, and I recognize that when you filter blood, you also have plasma, which is a luminous fluid. But what it's telling me is that as long as my heart is beating, as long as my blood is flowing, that luminous fluid is flowing through me, I have life, and my life is flowing from the niche. I am growing in knowledge and light every day. And through my meditation, through the way I live, through my actions, through my thoughts, I'm growing in light. I'm going brighter and brighter. And it says that light upon light, that means that there are stages of growth of my soul, which gains more and more and more light. But this happens by the grace of our Creator, whoever He chooses. And those of us who approach this search with complete humility, and we sit there in pure focus, pure humility, total surrender, we are then, if we are fortunate, we are taken from stage to stage, and there are 10 stages. And beyond that, we achieve that final union with our source. We call it Fanafi Allah, we call it Mukti, we call it by so many different names, but that is that final completion of the journey of the soul. And our masterclass is the next masterclass on the subject will start with the first stage. But the parable of light encapsulates this journey beautifully. And today, I was shown a meditation based on this parable of light. So that's what we're going to practice. I will start by sharing with you an image. I'd like you to sit back, relax, close your eyes, be completely relaxed, and breathe freely. And I'd like you to imagine that you are standing in front of a small hill. And on top of this hill is a white dome-roofed building, the size of your living room. Beautiful, humble, nothing glamorous. It's sitting there at the top of the hill. And you can see in the distance that there is stone steps that lead up to this house. And this is our house of contemplation, our house of higher thought. And today we are seeking to go into this house well prepared and practice the final stage of our meditation, which is linkage, through the guidance of the parable of light. So take a moment, look at the path ahead of you. There's palm trees on each side, same height as you. And then there is this beautiful white house of contemplation on the hill. And just as you're preparing to walk this path, there is a breeze. And this breeze causes the palm trees to rustle noisily. And they all bend in the direction of the wind, almost covering your path. And you need to walk on this path. And these palm trees, because of the wind, are making your path narrow, almost covering it. And so you wish for the wind to die down and stop and go completely still. You wish for the palm trees to go completely still so that they can stand erect, clear your path, and let you walk towards your house of contemplation. And therefore, then we start repeating in your mind, stillness, stillness, stillness. And each time you repeat this word, the wind slows, slows, and slows further. And thus you wish that the wind should go completely still. So you repeat slowly in your mind for the next few moments, stillness, stillness. Stillness. And the wind is now completely stopped. The wind is completely still. There is no breeze. The palm trees have stopped rustling. They're standing still, not even moving a millimeter. They're completely still. Your path ahead is completely clear. And as you begin to walk on your path with palm trees on your left-hand side and your right-hand side that are totally still, with all vegetation that is totally still, you walk down this path repeating stillness, stillness, stillness. Stillness. You keep walking until you finally reach the end of the path. Keep repeating stillness, stillness. At the end of the path, you see the stone steps that go up to the house of contemplation. The palm trees end at this point. The path ends. And as you take the first step, you look on your right-hand side, there is a tree stump. And on the tree stump, which is about the height of your waist, there's a golden cage. And this golden cage is filled with tiny little birds, chirping away, swirling around. This cage is your material mind. The birds are your thoughts. And you open the door of the cage and you let them all out as you repeat, release and empty. Release and empty. Release and empty. And these noisy birds fly out of the cage and out into the horizon until you don't see them and you don't hear them. Keep repeating, release and empty. Release and empty. And the cage is now completely empty. And you repeat, cleanse, cleanse, cleanse. Your material mind is empty. All thoughts are gone. Your mind is cleansed. And everything is now in pure silence. You are in pure stillness. And now you are in pure silence as you repeat the word silence. silence, silence. Keep repeating this word as you climb step by step up the hill towards the house of contemplation, the house of higher thought. Silence. Silence. And you are now at the top of the hill, standing next to this beautiful white building with a white domed roof. You are in pure stillness, pure silence. And you're standing before the door of this building, and you now have to prepare yourself before you can enter. You are in pure stillness, pure silence, and you wish to enter this building with your higher self in lead. Your higher self is in pure stillness. It is in pure silence. So you take a few moments to connect with your higher self, and you repeat the words, oneness, oneness, oneness with the higher self. Keep repeating the word oneness and connect fully with your higher self. Oneness. You're one with your higher self. Your material consciousness, your higher self are one. Oneness. Oneness. And take a few moments to go to zero thought. Let all thoughts stop. As you think about and repeat in your mind, zero thought. Absolute zero. Zero. And take a few moments to be in zero thought, in nothingness. Just you and your higher self. Absolute zero. Absolute zero. And now you're looking at the door of this beautiful white building, awaiting for it to open. But before it opens, and for it to open, you have to surrender your ego, all your control. Surrender yourself to the light of your Creator with deepest humility. As you look at this door and you repeat, surrender, surrender, surrender with deepest humility, surrender. Keep repeating this word for a few moments. Surrender. You are in pure stillness, pure silence, in complete oneness with your higher self. And you have surrendered your being to the light of the Creator. And the door before you now opens. And you step into this beautiful, mystical, deeply spiritual space. As you enter this building and close the door behind you, the walls of this building are white and bare. There's nothing there. You look at the roof, it's white, but there's a light shining in this building. And as you walk in and look in front of you, you see a niche in the wall, an alcove, a niche, a hollow. And in the niche there is a lamp whose glass emits light like a brilliant star. As you look at this light, it begins to flow through your being, through your entire being. Even though it is bright, brilliant, it doesn't dazzle you. It fills your being, and the luminous fluid that is within you, through which your life flows, also begins to shine. And it shines brighter and brighter. And all you now are is light. And in the presence of this light which has filled your being, which has filled that room, with all the luminous fluid glowing brightly, in the presence of this light, you seek to reach that eternal flame that is behind the shining glass. That's your goal. That's the light of your Creator, your source. And for that, you have to focus deeply on your linkage word. This is a word you've either been given, or it's a word that you have chosen that represents what you truly believe is your Creator's name. So you start repeating your linkage word. I will use origin. You will repeat your linkage word. And then we will all go in deep linkage, remembrance, focus, and carry on for as long as you wish, within pure light, and make your luminous fluid shine brighter and brighter. Origin. 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 Keep repeating your linkage word in slow rhythm.